Those were the top headlines, and let's start with the latest developments coming in on the Iran war. US President Donald Trump has said that Washington does not need a deal with Tehran to get enriched uranium from the country. Trump also added that the US will win the war one way or the other. Here's what he said.
We would have been there for a period of from a week to 2 weeks. We would have gotten it. But I said, I don't like the idea of that. All of a sudden, they, pinpoint. They still had missiles left. That means they would pinpoint you and just keep lobbing them in until one gets through, and people would have gotten killed. So I didn't like it. We could get it right now. I don't think they could stop us if we wanted, but there's no reason to. It's entombed. You use a good word. It's entombed.
He also added that if Washington and Tehran reached a deal, it was possible that he would meet Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei.
And we've heard you want to meet with the new Ayatollah, the new supreme leader.
I don't want to meet, but if I did meet, I'd be honored to meet him. I'd like to see if we make a deal. But if we make a deal, it's possible that I would meet him. I'd be okay with it.
Trump also conceded that Iran is not Venezuela, where the US military could simply go in, seize Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium and come back. Trump said that the operation may need at least 2 weeks.
To get there, it's not like Venezuela. Like you go in, you're there for a matter of minutes, and you're out, and everybody's waving goodbye as you take off, and you brought the cargo back. This is different. You'd have to be there for 2 weeks. You'd need massive equipment. You'd have to airlift the equipment in. You're in a war zone.
Separately, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has condemned the attack on Kuwait airport this week as outrageous. The comments came during a meeting with Kuwaiti Foreign Minister Jarrah Jaber Al Ahmed Al Sabah in Washington. With the war pushing the region on the edge, the US government has issued travel advisories for countries in the Gulf. According to the new directives, US citizens have been asked to reconsider travel to Bahrain, Israel, West Bank, Jordan, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and UAE. Further, US citizens have been asked to not travel to Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Gaza, and Yemen. Meanwhile, US Army Central, or ARCENT, and 3rd Army conducted a change of command ceremony in West Asia. Lieutenant General Patrick Frank, who took command of ARCENT in July 2022, assumed the deputy commander role at CENTCOM. To discuss more on the West Asia conflict, we were earlier joined by Adrian Calamel from New York. He is a fellow at Arabian Peninsula Institute, Terrorism and West Asia scholar. Listen in to what he had to say.
There's a couple objectives here. There's Natanz, and in Natanz they have to worry about centrifuges there, so they have to destroy those. And if you look at the areas where they put Natanz, that's in a highly populated area. And then in Isfahan, that's where you have the buried highly enriched uranium, and that needs to be destroyed, and likely destroyed on site, not lifted out. So what you would have to do is, if the regime is not willing to make a deal and is still aggressive, and you would have to put up multiple layers of force protection to bring in the mechanisms to destroy that material and or centrifuges on site. And that sounds like a really extremely risky operation. Whereas, I hate to say this, but I think the more reasonable approach is to look to further, put the economic isolation on the regime. Also, to maybe, look at the kinetic operations again, take care of some of the individuals that weren't taken care of before. When I say eliminated, such as Mohsen Rezai, who he's the longest standing IRGC commander. And as far as Mojtaba, I doubt he's even alive. It's the IRGC that's running the country right now.